You work all month long, the direct deposit hits your account, and you already feel depressed like it is Monday morning again. Your paycheck lands in your checking account, and you already sense it evaporating like lip gloss in the summer heat. If this sounds like you, honey, welcome to the club of former financial disasters. I am Duchess Dollars, and today I will teach you what every woman who wants to get rich does on payday, before even spending a single penny. Because there is a secret, yes. And it is not what you are thinking. Look, do you know what the difference is between a woman who gets rich and one who complains that money never lasts? It is not the size of the salary. There are people earning $20,000 and crying in the shower at the end of the month, while others earn $3,000 and are building wealth. The difference lies in the first 15 minutes after the money hits the account. In college, it was lipstick or bus fare. Today I take helicopters wearing Chanel lipstick. The difference? I learned what to do with my money before making any mistakes. And that is exactly what I will teach you now. Honey, you spend 3 hours on skincare, but have never spent 10 minutes on a spreadsheet. Your skin looks good, but your account looks ugly. There is no point in doing wealth manifestations in the mirror if you continue financing tampons. If you are still financing tampons, stay calm. I have been there. And look at something I discovered while researching. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, women in the United States earn approximately 82 cents for every dollar earned by men. In other words, we already start at a disadvantage. But that is not an excuse to stay poor. It is a reason to be smarter with the money we have. According to the Pew Research Center, between 2012 and 2022, the proportion of women who were the primary breadwinners in their households jumped from 40% to 42%. That is right. Nearly half of American households depend primarily on women's income. But the problem is that most do not know how to manage their own money. So let us discover what separates women who get rich from those who complain that money never lasts. Because, spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with salary size. And it also has nothing to do with luck, inheritance, or marrying a millionaire. Although I always recommend the last option. Look, honey, I will tell you a valuable secret I learned by watching others work. Why spend your own money when you can make it work for you? But for that, you need to apply what I call the Duchess Rule at the exact moment your salary hits your account. The first thing every rich woman does when she receives her salary, and this before even looking at the balance properly, is to apply the 50-30-20 method. But not the way others talk about it, the way that actually works. I was not born rich. I have a law degree. I love being rich, and I think you should try it too. In school, my friends had lunch with thermal bags and organic juice boxes. Me? Surviving on 99-cent crackers and wounded dignity. I wanted to wear brands like Abercrombie and American Eagle, but I had very few things from there. I wanted those colorful gel pens that were super expensive at the time, so I asked my grandmother for them for my birthday. Currently, my dilemma is choosing between nude or red Louboutin shoes for my call with my investment advisor. The drama has changed, right? But let me explain how the Duchess Rule works in practice, because it is different from what you have heard out there. The traditional 50-30-20 rule that everyone talks about is like this: 50% for what you need, 30% for what you want, and 20% to save. But I discovered that women who really get rich make a smart inversion in this order. First move, 20% goes straight to your millionaire future. It does not matter if it is $300 or $3,000. These 20% do not exist for you today. They belong to your future self 10 years from now, who will be thanking you while drinking champagne on the private jet. And why 20 and not 15? Because 20 is the minimum a woman needs to save to compensate for the fact that we earn less than men and live longer. Second move, another 20% goes to your stability and security. 10 for emergency fund, and 10 for what I call the freedom account, that money that will give you independence to never depend on anyone again. Honey, an emergency fund is not a luxury, it is a basic necessity. Third move, 60% you divide between what you need and what you want, 30 for your basic needs and 30 for your well-being and quality of life. Because there is no point in getting rich if you do not live well in the process. Now, honey, I will tell you why 99% of women do not do this. Because they do the opposite. They pay everyone else first, spend on everything that comes their way, and only then think about themselves. Result? There is always month left at the end of the money. It even gives you heart palpitations to open the banking app, right? If it were horror, it would become a series. According to a survey by the National Endowment for Financial Education, 44% of American women said they have financial planning, but find it difficult to follow in practice. 1/3 admits to having no planning at all. In other words, more than half of American women are navigating blindly with money. And do you know what the most classic mistake women make is? Impulse buying as if it were therapy. Honey, shopping is not therapy, not here or anywhere else. If you are sad, call your best friend, go exercise, eat some chocolate, but do not go to the mall, because then you leave there even sadder and poorer too. Do you know what my first millionaire decision was? Cancel DoorDash for a month. The money came back. Self-esteem too. Because when you understand that you can control your money, you understand that you can control your life. And stop outsourcing your financial decisions to your husband, father, boyfriend, or whoever it may be. Because another thing women do a lot is hand over their financial life on a silver platter to someone else. Oh, finances are a man thing. Lie. There is no such thing as finances are a man thing. In fact, I who am married to Mr. Millionaire can tell you, do not trust men to take care of your finances because they make much more mistakes than you imagine. Do you think you need a black card to be elegant? My dear, there are people making fortunes with Venmo and free Google Sheets spreadsheets. The problem is not the price of the wine. It is that you are still buying while financially hungry. But Duchess, what if my salary is very low? Honey, 20% of little is still something. And something invested every month becomes a lot of money over time. I prefer to start with little than never start. Because math does not lie. If you save $200 per month for 5 years, with a return of 10% per year, you will have more than $15,000. And that is just the beginning. Let me give you a real example. A friend of mine started investing $200 per month when she earned $2,000. Today, 5 years later, she has more than $50,000 invested in passive income that pays her rent. Meanwhile, her cousin, who earned double but never saved anything, is still paying the minimum on her credit card. The difference. One understood that the secret is not in earning more, it is in making money work for you. The other still thinks she will get rich buying fake bags at outlet malls. Oh, and another important thing. Rich women do not spend money on relationship courses to attract millionaires. She becomes a millionaire and attracts whoever she wants. Because for you to attract successful men, you need to be successful. And you do not need a lot of money for that. You need focus and discipline. Can you finish a diet? Can you take a makeup course? Can you study something and get good at it? If you are not doing this, you will not attract a successful man because you are not successful. Go grow your glutes at the gym, learn a new skill, become interesting. Honey, money disappears, dignity goes with it. Your credit card is more broken than your New Year resolutions. You receive it, pay the bills, and then spend the month playing Who Wants to Be Broke? My spreadsheet started with debts. Today, it ends with dividends. And do you know why? Because I stopped treating my salary as if it were emergency money and started treating it as if it were my wealth. Because that is what it is. Do not know where to start? Open the banking app. If you faint, that is already a sign that you need me. First step to getting rich. Know how much your own life costs. If you do not even know the value of your cell phone plan, how will you become a millionaire? And look, there is a Credit Karma app that helps you organize all this. They even made a special guide for women because they discovered that we have different financial needs than men. Who would have thought, right? We who earn less, live longer, and still take care of everyone have different needs. What a revolutionary discovery. Honey, you were not born rich, but you also do not need to die paying the minimum on your credit card. If you are tired of financing rice in 6 installments at the grocery store, this video was your cry for help answered. Prosperity does not come from intelligence, it comes from discipline. That is why there are many broke geniuses out there. You work all month for what? To feel money evaporate like lip gloss in the heat? It does not make sense. Real luxury is not an expensive bag, it is an empty calendar. Being the owner of your own time, that is millionaire stuff. And to get there, you need to stop being an employee of the bank and start being a partner in your future. Stop financing other people's lives and start investing in yours. Because I will tell you something. According to research, women are better investors than men. We are more cautious, think long-term, do not go crazy with money. So why the hell do we not invest? Because we think we do not know, that it is complicated, that we need a lot of money to start. If you made it this far and really want to change your life, subscribe to the channel and hit like. Because those who want to be rich do not just watch, they apply. And now tell me in the comments, what will be your first move when the next paycheck hits? Leave down here the phrase rich soon if you liked the video. And remember, You will only be treated like a millionaire when you stop acting broke. The first step is treating your salary as an investment, not as an expense. Win in life like me. See you in the next video.